How's it going, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to my channel, The Cosmic Wonder, where we talk about all things Marvel and everything relating to the MCU. One of the most anticipated movies upcoming for Marvel Studios is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Originally, the film was supposed to already have been out, but due to the firing and then rehiring of James Gunn and of course COVID-19, we're not going to be getting Guardians of the Galaxy until at least a couple of years. But today we have learned a little bit about what to expect from the film. Now, Marvel Studios threw a little bit of a curveball at us with Avengers Infinity War and then Avengers Endgame. Of course, in Infinity War, Gamora died. She was sacrificed by Thanos to obtain the Soul Stone. However, in Avengers Endgame, they kind of brought her back in a way. They brought the 2014 Gamora to our main Marvel Cinematic Universe timeline. However, this is not nearly the same Gamora as we know from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. She doesn't really know who Star-Lord is, she doesn't know Rocket, Groot, Drax, or Mantis. So a lot of us are wondering, what exactly is Guardians 3 going to be about? Well, luckily for us, Karen Gillain teased just a little bit of her story plot from Guardians Volume 3, and we'll break it all down in this video. If you're new, be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all things relating to the MCU, and a big congratulations to Elijah Smith for being last week's Marvel Funko Pop The Hulk giveaway. Email me in the email in my About Me section and we'll get you your prize. This week's giveaway is going to be a Deadpool Funko Pop giveaway, so all you have to do is subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment down below to enter. So Karen Gillain, who of course plays Nebula, during a GalaxyCon web panel, talked about her character Nebula and what we can expect from her in the future. And she said, "I was able to use a lot of psychology essays on that character because she's someone who has dealt with abuse from her father from such a young age. Not to make it too heavy, but he pitted the siblings against each other. She would be inferior and the scapegoat, while the other one was the golden child. It's actually a quite common thing to happen within families and siblings. I don't have any siblings, so it's something I really had to read up on." But she went on to say that she admires Nebula for her ability to slightly move past that a little bit. So in Guardians 3, we're going to see kind of a different Nebula moving past that, and she goes on to say, "In Avengers, she had to face the source of her abuse, then actually watch him get eliminated from her life. I'm sort of thinking about future Nebula in the sense like, what is she going to be like now that that person's abuse has gone out of her life? How is she going to build herself back up again?" Because it's an odd feeling, I think, for someone who's been abused by a parent because they still love them and they're sad that they're gone, but also they hate them and they're glad that they're gone. Karen Gillain went on to say that Nebula has just had a really hard time of it, and that she's interested to maybe try and take her to a place now where she's starting to rebuild her life. So according to Karen Gillain, as far as Nebula is concerned in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, she's going to start to rebuild her life, and her rebuilding her life will most likely start with a search for her sister. When we left the Guardians at the end of Avengers Endgame, Thor was on board the ship with them, and Star-Lord was searching for Gamora. Zoe Saldana is confirmed to be in Guardians 3, so we know that eventually they're going to have to run into her. And Nebula and her bond is kind of going to have to start over. None of the things happened to 2014 Gamora that happened with the present time Gamora, who is currently dead, that brought her and Nebula close to each other. So Nebula is going to start to rebuild her life in Guardians 3, and most likely Star-Lord is going to have to do that as well, since Gamora doesn't really know who he is. So it kind of sounds like the Guardians are going to be in a bit of a rebuilding phase, while at the same time it's been rumored that one of the Guardians might actually meet their death in Guardians 3, widely believed to be Rocket Raccoon, but we'll have to wait and see. But as far as Nebula is concerned, and most of the Guardians are concerned, this is going to be a rebuilding period for them. Nebula, more than ever, will value the Guardians as her new family, since her sister and father are gone. And Nebula was really sort of a main character of Avengers Endgame. She had a very big story arc, and it sounds like she's going to have a big story arc in Guardians 3 as well. So let me know what you think about this. What do you think Nebula is going to do now that she doesn't have her father to worry about, and now that Gamora is kind of gone? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe with notifications turned on so you can stay up to date on everything relating to the MCU. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.